Welcome back to Mr. English Pod. I'm James.
And I'm Emma, and we are so thrilled you're joining us today. Before we dive into what I think is one of the most requested topics we get,
Absolutely, a real game changer for so many of you. But first, a quick favor. If you're enjoying our episodes and finding them helpful, please hit that subscribe button right now. It really helps us out, and you won't miss any of our future tips.
yes, subscribe, like, share with a friend who's learning English. Let's build this community together.
Okay, Emma, drumroll please. What's on the agenda for today's episode?
Today, we're tackling the big one. How can I stop translating in my head when I'm speaking English?
The silent struggle. I bet almost every intermediate English learner watching or listening right now is nodding their head vigorously. It's so common.
It really is, James. You're having a conversation, everything's going well, and then suddenly you hit a word or a phrase, and your brain just freezes.
Right?
It wants to go back to your native language, find the perfect translation, and then come back to English.
And it slows you down. It makes you hesitant. It can make you feel less confident, even if you know the English words. Why do you think this happens so often, Emma?
Well, it's a very natural stage. When you first start learning, translation is actually a helpful tool. It's how you connect new English words to concepts you already understand in your own language.
A helpful tool.
The problem is, sometimes that crutch becomes a habit that's hard to break. Your brain gets lazy in a way and relies on that translation step rather than directly connecting the English word to the meaning.
So, how do we break this habit? Let's dive into our first strategy.
My number one tip, and this sounds a bit abstract, but it's incredibly effective. Think in images, not in words.
Ooh, I love this. Explain that a bit more.
Okay, imagine you want to say dog. Instead of thinking, my native language word for dog, and then dog, try to just picture a dog in your head, and then say the word dog.
Right.
It bypasses the word in your native language completely.
So, if I'm talking about my morning coffee, I'm not thinking about my native word for coffee and then translating it. I'm literally seeing the steam coming off the cup, smelling the aroma, and then my brain connects that image and sensation directly to the English word coffee.
Exactly. And you can practice this daily. Look around your room right now. What do you see? Don't say the word in your native language. Just look at the object, a chair, a window, a book, and immediately think or say the English word.
That makes sense.
It's about building direct connections.
That makes so much sense. It's like rewiring your brain to associate the concept directly with the English label.
That's a great point, James. And what about more abstract concepts? It's easy to picture a dog or coffee, but what about words like success or happiness? Precisely. And the more you do it, the faster those connections become, until it's automatic. Our second strategy is to embrace synonyms and paraphrasing, also known as circumlocution.
This is a powerful one for fluency, isn't it?
Absolutely. Many learners get stuck because they're searching for that one perfect word they know in their native language. But what if you don't know the exact English equivalent? Instead of freezing and translating, try to describe it.
So, if I don't know the word stethoscope, for example,
You could say, it's that thing doctors use to listen to your heart and lungs. Or, if you forget fridge, you could say, it's the cold box in the kitchen where you keep food fresh.
this is brilliant because it keeps the conversation flowing. You don't have to stop, get frustrated, and lose your train of thought.
Exactly. And it builds your vocabulary in a very practical way. You're learning to express ideas using the words you do know, which is a massive confidence booster.
A massive confidence booster, yeah.
It teaches your brain to be flexible. Don't be afraid to say, I don't know the exact word for this, but it's like a,
That's a great tip for intermediate learners, especially because you often have a solid vocabulary base. But sometimes those specific words just escape you. This strategy empowers you to keep speaking. Our third strategy is all about immersion. This is probably one of the most talked about, but let's break down how it helps specifically with this translation problem.
immersion, both passive and active, is crucial for training your brain to live in English. When you're constantly surrounded by English, your brain has less opportunity and less need to revert to your native language.
Right. So, passive immersion would be things like listening to English podcasts, watching English TV shows or movies.
Exactly. Even if you don't understand every single word, your brain is getting used to the rhythm, the intonation, the common phrases. It's building those direct connections subconsciously. And make sure to watch with English subtitles, not subtitles in your native language.
Oh, huge point there, Emma. If you're using native language subtitles, your brain is still translating. English subtitles keep you in the English mindset.
And active immersion is where you actually produce English. Speaking, writing, thinking actively in English. Try to narrate your day in your head in English. Okay, I'm getting up, I'm making coffee, I need to check my email. This forces your brain to directly access English words without the translation step.
That's a great exercise, even just for 5 minutes a day, describing what you're doing or seeing silently in your head in English. It's like doing mental reps for your English brain. All these internal exercises are great, but eventually you have to take it from theory to practice, right? Which brings us to our next strategy, practicing with a language partner.
Yes, this is where the magic really happens. A language partner provides a safe, low-pressure environment to test all these skills.
Exactly. When you're talking to a partner, you're forced to think on your feet. You don't have time to stop and translate. You have to use the English you have, which is the best way to activate that direct thinking part of your brain.
And it helps you get used to the natural speed of conversation. You start to anticipate what the other person might say and prepare your responses in English, not in your native language.
That point about anticipation is key. It really shows your brain is starting to work in English. But this all leads to a crucial, overarching point, the right mindset.
Absolutely. This isn't an overnight fix. It's a gradual process of retraining your brain, and you're going to have days where you feel like you're still translating everything.
And that's okay. The key is not to get discouraged. Celebrate the small wins, those moments where you manage to say something without translating. Patience is your best friend in this process.
I couldn't agree more. It's about trusting the process and being kind to yourself. If you catch yourself translating, don't get frustrated. Just acknowledge it and gently nudge your brain back to one of these strategies.
Exactly. A positive and patient mindset will make the entire journey more enjoyable and, ultimately, more successful. It's about progress, not perfection.
We have a couple of bonus tips to wrap this up, James.
Go for it.
Firstly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. The fear of imperfection is often what makes us slow down and search for that perfect translation. It's okay to make a mistake. Native speakers make mistakes all the time. Focus on communication, not perfection.
That's such an important mindset shift. The goal is to be understood, not to be flawless. And the more you speak, the more natural it becomes.
Exactly. And secondly, use a monolingual dictionary. If you look up a word, try to understand its definition in English, not by translating it into your native language. This further strengthens those direct English to meaning connections.
That's a brilliant practical tip. It keeps you in the English bubble.
Ultimately, stopping translation is a gradual process. Be patient with yourself. Every time you consciously choose to think in images, or paraphrase, or immerse yourself, you're making progress.
So, to recap our strategies for today, think in images, connect concepts directly to English words. Embrace synonyms and paraphrasing. Don't freeze, describe what you mean.
Right.
And immerse yourself. Surround yourself with English, both passively and actively. And remember our bonus tips. Don't fear mistakes and use monolingual dictionaries.
Absolutely. We really hope these strategies help you on your journey to thinking directly in English. It's a freeing feeling when you finally get there.
That's all for this episode of Mr. English Pod. We had a great time tackling this crucial topic.
Yes, and please remember, if you found this episode useful, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already,
Hit that subscribe button, join the Mr. English Pod family so you never miss out on our tips and tricks for mastering English.
we love hearing from you, so leave a comment below with your own tips for stopping translation, or tell us what topic you want us to cover next.
For Emma and myself, thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye for now.